Hello, hello, and welcome in. My name is Stacy, and I am the owner of Lovestones in Menifee, California. I will be doing a Zodiac card pull today. I've already pulled the cards that I'm going to be reading. First card on the board was Pisces. Second card on the board was Leo. Okay. The card reading I'm going to be doing today is out of the Herbal Astrology. And let's begin. Pisces was pulled first, so we're going to do Pisces first. I have already created a sacred space. Here are the cards. Let's see. So for those of you who have not participated in my card reads before, you have a choice. Action, reaction, or outcome. Those are your choices, action, reaction, or outcome. Okay? And then I pull a card for the collective. So if you believe you want to take some kind of herb, and this is not in place of your doctors. If you were sick and you need to see a doctor, please consult your physician. This is for entertainment purposes. Okay? So if y'all would like to take an herb to improve whatever it is that the card says it will improve for you. And if you would like to do this for fun, then please join us. But if there is really something wrong with you and you need to consult a physician, then please consult a physician as soon as possible. Okay? Okay. All right, so here we go. Full transparency, I had pulled these cards 2 nights ago. And I did the Pisces read, but I was so tired. I was so exhausted that I decided I'm not going to post that. You could just tell I was exhausted. I literally was like, my head was all down and everything. I was like, okay, no. I was too tired. I obviously should have went to bed, but I'm going to stick with the cards I pulled. And look at this. This card was over there. Look at this. This was actually the card that I had pulled for the collective, so we're going to keep that as the collective. Look at that. I knew if there was a card that needed to come out again, that it would come out again. How funny is that? All right, so we're gonna let me just go through one more time, and then I will pull the cards. All right, here we go. I think that's action. That's outcome. Reaction. Look at this whole deck still ahead. Let's see what we got. Okay. So ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is on deck. Horsetail. Horsetail. Comfy. Comfy. Okay, so, and then the collective card is Pude Arco. Pude Arco. So I'm gonna give y'all a good glimpse at each card. Ayahuasca, which is kind of like the spirit of ayahuasca. There is horsetail. And comfy. I actually I have 2 out of the 4. Padu arco, pod arco. Okay. All right, so here we go. So the ayahuasca is rebirth. The horsetail is patience. The comfy is competition, and the pod arco is metamorphosis. Okay. All right, so we're going to start with ayahuasca. Let's see what we get. So I know that's rebirth. It is when I think of ayahuasca, it is a residence of um, your soul and the spirit, a spirit. Okay, that's how I think of it. Because I think of ayahuasca as a spirit. Okay, so it's Cappy, it's also known as Cappy and Verdisca. Um, so I only read the cards upright. So I'm going to give you the upright definition. So upright is mastery, great revelations, discovery of higher self, meeting with the creatrix, okay? Divine messenger, gifts of the spirit, revelations, telepathy, and transcendence. Transcendence, I'm sorry, transcendence. Okay, so then it'll tell you a little bit about what it is. So I'm going to read a little bit about that. It says ayahuasca is an ancient ceremonial brew native to the Amazon, used as a sacred spiritual medicine among many indigenous people within the South Americas. Its meaning is soul and spirit. I said it was a communication with your soul and the spirit. I love that. Okay. Ayahuasca is primarily made of 2 key plants. It's the Cappy vine and it's the Virtus, also known as charunga, along with other ingredients, which vary depending on the medicine maker, so the person who's making it. All right, so I'm going to go right to guidance because there's a lot that can be said about ayahuasca. And I feel like many people already know that it's a ceremonial and I don't know, I guess I would call it a spiritual enhancer. It helps you to spiritually connect with the other side. Okay? And I'm sure there's a lot more to it, but that's just my brief definition. Don't come for me. Okay, guidance. You are mastering the power of awareness when aligning to a higher power. Ayahuasca spirits are here to support your ascension. Look at that. Drawn upon an ancient wisdom embedded in your DNA and the earth. Allow yourself to be shattered as you travel through the cosmic womb. Ayahuasca catalyzes purification through the release of the known, only to reveal undiscovered terrain within your soul. You are one with the magnetic brilliance of source, the intelligence that orchestrates the great mastery. Feeling lost in feeling lost only comes when a loss of intentionality or respect happens. Offer your greatest intention, sacrifice your needs, enter into the void without expectation, and allow yourself to be consumed by the oceanic consciousness. Remember, dear one, that to heal the world, you must heal yourself. You are the source of love. Okay, so I'm gonna connect, but I already feel like I have a message, but let's see. Okay, so um, this is for someone who's on a spiritual journey, and maybe you believe you are someone who is supposed to be helping others, and you are helping others, but you have not healed. And so you cannot heal others until you have healed. And I know healing is, we are always healing. As a human race, we are always healing. And especially many of us who are old souls that have been through a lot, it is a journey of healing. But whoever I'm talking to now, you haven't done the work that needs to be done in order to heal. So you really need to do the work on yourself because you are doing a disservice to folks in which you are trying to service when you are quote unquote broken. And so it is time for you to go on a healing journey for yourself. And if you need something to aid you in that healing journey, then do so. And I will add that in my store, I have something that has Kappy Yeg in it, and it is a tea that I have made into a tincture. So if you're interested, you can go to the website or just send me a message. Um, but I have an understanding that that will help you to connect as well. And by no means is it ayahuasca. I do have ayahuasca that I give to people sometimes, but what I'm referring to is not that. Okay. Um, Horsetail. We're going to move on to horsetail, but first I'm going to show this card. If what I said resonated with you, we also have a meditation membership, which is really life-changing. It's a lot of healing. It's a lot of channeled messages. The standard membership is $27 a month, and there is a library that you can go in. And I don't know, we have right now, I would say over 25 videos, and every week we do 3 videos. And then when I am drawn to, then we do more. So I am building a library to help folks heal. So if you're interested, join the membership. The library is open 24/7. You log on and decide what you need. And yeah, they're life changing. Okay, enough said. I'm moving on to horsetail. All right, so let's see what horsetail is. Number 35. Okay. So the card upright, horsetail is endurance, steady focus, period of gestation, trust in the process, and heightened sensitivity. Boom. Okay, so it says, whenever you cross paths with a horsetail, you are looking at a member of the soul survivor genius of a one great lineage. That's how it reads. Prehistoric horsetail is said to giant have been giant compared to the remaining species that exist on Earth today. This primitive plant is a descendant of large trees from the era about 375 to 600 million years ago. These plants emerged from the primordial swamps over 100 million years ago, long before the dinosaurs walked the earth. So it's giving you a little background on horsetail. Now, let's read the guidance. Guidance. Horsetail teaches us the power that lies within patience and the endurance gained through hidden blessings and challenges. This is something good in all seeming failures. Seeming failures. Get that? And although that might not be clear in the moment, time will reveal it. Trust in the process. Remember that stubbornness and willingness are counterproductive to losing knots. Instead, like the medicine of horse, ground to the earth, ground to the earth's energy, and adopt to change and hardships on the journey. Horse medicine provides us heightened sensitivities to the purity of trust, essential tools to have as we navigate life's journey. Invoke the strength of horse as a power animal when you need to increase psychic sensitivities and intuition. Wow. So you can invoke that strength, you can call it in. If you chose reaction, then you are aligned with horsetail in some way, and you can invoke, you can call in the power of horsetail. So for those of you who are familiar with that you probably already have a process. For those of you who are not, when you are meditating, when you are resting your mind and trying to connect, that is the time in which you would call in the power of horsetail. You would ask horsetail, am I aligned with you? If I am aligned with you, bestow your power upon me. Something like that. And yeah, see what happens. And then come back and drop a note in the comments. I'd love to hear what happens. And if you don't meditate, once again, we have a group meditation. You're more than welcome to join, $27 a month. I keep mentioning it because it's life-changing. If you're on a journey, this meditation is showing you how to activate yourself and be guided by yourself and not by anybody else. Very important in the times that we're living in. And it's I feel like the energy is such that it is activating folks as quickly as their energetic fields can be cleansed and the frequencies can be raised. Okay. All right. Next, comfy. I like comfy. I actually use it in some of the things that I make. I actually make an energetic cleanse. It's a liquid cleanse that you can just splash it on your face if you need to. And I put comfy in it, and I really like the energy of it. Just saying. Okay, so we're going to page 32. Let's see. Page 32. So comfy, the card upright. Achievement, completion of a cycle, success, closure, competition, completion of a long journey, wholeness, and mending. That's upright. Okay, I'll read a little bit about comfy. Comfy, also known as bone set or knit bone, has been cultivated for its healing properties since 400 BCE. I know BC is like before Christ. I'm not sure. Okay, it was used in ancient Greek, Romans, Celtics, and many more to heal broken bones, bind wounds, and stop heavy bleeding. To heal both broken bones, they use comfy. Look at that. Okay. So we're going to move on to the guidance. Okay. Guidance. Comfy represents wholeness, completion, and closure of a great cycle. So some of y'all have been on a hell of a cycle. And so just so you know, the cycle is closing. You're still here. Good for you. Okay. The wealth symbolizes a cycle containing the energy of the past, present, and future, hovering over the clouds to note how the foundation of all cycles are grounded in mastery. Comfy, majestically grown in the center, representing the axis It's the axis mundi, the sacred heart, the sacred will that pulses their great mastery. Comfrey has appeared today in sigils that a great Comfy has appeared today and signals that a great cycle is nearing completion. Stay aligned as you continue to prune and heal the garden of yourself. It's beautiful. Look closely into repeated patterns, persons, or situations that keep showing up in your life. Draw upon Comfrey's power to mend and find wholeness and lessons and patterns that need closure. So it's like the end is near. Whatever you've been through, the end is near. You are at the finish line. Get yourself some Comfy and have a couple of sips of it, or have a satchel of it. And don't let anyone else in your circle just yet. And the people that you need to close, to end a relationship with, end it, so that the cycle will close and you will move on. You do not want to get stuck in this cycle. It's like, whomever I'm speaking to, you're right there. It is closing. Release who you need to release. Don't let anyone else in, and walk into the next cycle. You are almost there. Fist bump. Let's see. Yeah. And there are energies that have been trying to stop you. For some of you, it's family. But some of you, it's people that you think are your friends. And even some, it's like they've been in your life for 20 years. So that's when you have to reevaluate. Are we still friends? If you're going on a spiritual journey and someone you were friends with is not, then maybe that part of your life has closed. It's come to an end. And then you move on. You have soul family. You'll meet your soul family soon enough. You'll be just fine. But remember, the cycle will not close if you're trying to bring someone with you that is not meant to come. Okay? All right, that is the message for outcome, if you chose outcome. Now, the message for the collective is Pod Arco, Metamorphosis. I'm going to read this. I do believe this was the card I picked last time, so it's important that the collective hears it. Discover through darkness, transcendence of the known, unearthing fear, non-conformity, breaking cycles. Okay, so Pa du Arco, commonly known as Tehekbo, or Lapaco, is one of the most beautiful trees on the earth. With over 100 varieties, this tree has been used medically among many tribal people throughout Central and South America. Most commonly, the inner lining of the bark is boiled for a long time and then consumed. It's like a dark coffee substance, and it has many medical values. Okay, I'm going to go to guidance. And so they refer to it as the Lapaco. Is one of the greatest protectors of the sacred, and she is welcoming you in. So this is Archipali called Arco, embodies one of the faces of the dark goddess in her mighty splendor. The dark goddess is a multifaceted, challenging belief system frailties and weaknesses, and testing our strength. Like Pluto, demands you rebel against the ignorance of the old self and learn the paradigm that inhabits the splendor of your self-expression. Her mighty darkness provides the tools to rebuild ourselves anew, triggering instant metamorphosis. Don't fear the unknown. Don't fear the unknown. Nature of mystery. The cosmic wound in its darkest bursts all hidden potential into existence. Trust and step into you are being guided to. I'm going to say that again. It says, trust and step into you are being guided. So this one is for the collective. It's almost energy like of the dark night of the soul. But you must get through the dark to get to the light. So do not feel the dark. Step into the dark and walk through the dark. No need to linger. Just keep moving. But observe what you see. Because this, as you walk through the dark, you are learning. And not, it's like Spirit saying, not like this one, talking about me who ran through the dark. um, so apparently on my first time going through the dark, I ran through the dark. And since then, I'm able to walk through the dark. And I align with the dark. And you will as well, whomever this message is for. If you feel you need to run through the dark, you may run through the dark. But you cannot get to the light without going through the dark. The dark goddess is here to help lead you through. Wow, it's the dark night of the soul for many of you. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't bring anybody in. Just keep going. You got this. You got this. All right. That is the message for Pisces. Yep. That's the message for Pisces. I hope you receive this message. Thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. So the Herbal Astrology deck was one I was putting off because it's really hard, in my opinion, for me to decipher some of the meanings that are in the book. But Spirit told me that it was time for me to start on this Oracle deck, and so we're going through it together. And I'm learning a lot, and I hope that you are as well. Thank you for spending some time with me today. You have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. Okay, we will see you soon. Goodbye. Okay.